And welcome to the execution sprint day 2. Wow, should I say I'm proud of you? Yes, I'm so proud of you on taking this transformational journey with me. Oh, come on, give yourself a round of applause. It's so nice to have you on this journey with me. Today is a game changer. Trust me, I want you to sit back and position yourself like someone that is ready to learn. So yesterday we talked about the journey of an idea, how they die, how they live, how ideas are born, the things that causes your idea to gradually fade away. Today we'll be talking about something entirely different. I do hope that at the end of yesterday's session, you were able to write down one recurring idea that has stayed with you for years. Now, yesterday I remembered asking you, what is that one idea that has stayed with you for years? But today, my question for you is, what is that one thing that you're ready to do with the idea that you've identified? Now, this is the point where execution really comes in. I know I talked about yesterday how that today we will be focusing on moving from inspiration to implementation. So today, my question for you is, that one idea that you have identified, what do you intend to do with it? Because over the years, I've realized that this is where many people are stuck. That point where you don't know what to do with the idea that you've identified. Okay, now I know that this idea has stayed with me for so long, but what exactly am I supposed to do with it? And that is what we'll be talking about today. Over the years, I've realized that clarity problem is a problem that is disguised as overwhelm, where you get to that point where all you have to say is, I feel overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I don't know the next step to take. I'm just in that phase where I have like a creative block. But the problem is actually a clarity problem, not a motivation problem. You don't need another motivation. You don't need another extra push. You just need a roadmap. So I want you to picture this scenario. Imagine you've lived in Ondo State all the days of your life. You've never been to Lagos. And I decided to bring you to Lagos State. And I told you that, you know what? I need you to find the location called Pick and Pay. No map, no drive, nothing to show you the location. Just go and find this place. You've stayed in Ondo State all your life. You know how to get to places. So getting to places is not your problem. But getting to a specific location, getting to a specific destination now becomes a problem for you in another jurisdiction. But now also imagine that I brought you to Lagos and I told you that, you know what, this is a map. This is a guide. I want you to go and locate Pick and Pay for me. It gets much easier. Your confidence increases. You go there with so much, I know where I am going to, because now you have a roadmap. You have what to follow. You have a guide. So now, this will make you realize that you do not have an idea problem. If you carried out the audit from yesterday, I'm sure that by now you have one specific idea written down. So the problem is not an idea. It's not that you lack idea. It is not being able to execute this idea. So once you're able to understand that your mind, your brain cannot carry out dreams, it cannot execute dreams. It only has the capability to execute action. You will stop asking questions like, how do I achieve this dream? And start asking questions like, what are the actions that will bring me closer to achieving this dream? What do I need to do? If I need to become the biggest company, event production company in Nigeria, if I need to become the biggest content creator in Nigeria, if I need to become the best public speaker in Nigeria, what are the actions that bring me closer to becoming this person? That is the question that creates movement. Saying, I want to be the biggest content creator will not make you the biggest content creator. Now, I want you to follow me carefully. Every successful outcome, every successful idea that came to reality will pass through 5 stages. The first stage is the idea stage. I want you to write it down. The first stage is the idea stage. The second stage is the vision stage. The third stage is the project stage. The fourth is the task stage. And the fifth is the action stage. I'm going to run you through that again. The first stage is the idea stage. The second, the vision stage. The third is the project stage. The fourth is the task and then the action. Now, I'm going to give you a scenario, because most people, what they do is stop at the first two: an idea, a vision. You know what you want. You know what you want. You literally know what you want. You have that idea in your head, and you have that dream in your head. But as a result of not knowing that there are steps that brings ideas from the stage of inspiration to implementation, you get stuck in that vision stage. Now, for instance, you want to become a coach. That's an idea. You just woke up and thought, and I can become a coach. It's an idea. It is all still in your head. Now, the vision will be that, okay, this is the kind of coach I want to be. Maybe, for instance, I want to be the kind of coach that help women to build their life, build their confidence, and, become a woman of value. Now, that is the vision. At that stage, it is still a vision, so it is still not executable. Now, we proceed to the stage of it becoming a project. It becomes, I want to create a coaching brand. So now I need to be able to distinguish all of these stages so that you can also take your own personal idea and run them through this stage. Now, the project phase of someone whose idea was to become a coach is that I want to build a coaching brand. That's now the project. Nothing that has changed. It is still, I want to. But now, during the stage of a vision, I know the kind of coach that I want to become. During the stage of a project, there is something I am working towards. I am building a coaching brand. Now, you move to the stage of it becoming a task. That is the stage where for instance, you create your first coaching offer. Now, remember that probably your vision was to create a coaching brand that helps women to become women of value and all of that. Now, you create your first coaching offer, which is your task around the vision. And then you proceed to the last stage, which is that stage of the action stage. How do I create an offer? Okay, for the next 10 days, I am going to spend 3 minutes researching about the kind of offer that I want to create. Now, you are taking an action. It is this action accumulating that will bear the kind of result that you want to see. So now, we proceed to the action stage where you niche it down. Okay, for the next 10 days, I will spend so amount of time, creating the offers that my coaching brand will solve. If there's a particular problem, okay, I've noticed a confidence problem. For the next 10 days, I would work around creating an offer that will solve this problem amidst women. So at that stage, you know that, okay, now this is executable. I have to spend 10 minutes, I have to spend 30 minutes for the next 10 days to carry out this step. All of these steps accumulating together is what gives you the result that you want to see. Is what brings your idea from your head to reality. And that's what differentiates dreamers and executors, because dreamers will always stay at the stage of ideas. It will always be in your head. You will not be able to move to the stage of implementing. You will not be able to move to the stage of actually breaking down that idea and breaking it down to such a way that you know that this is the very first step that I want to take. And here's the beautiful part. Trust me, you don't need to see the entire staircase before you take the first step. I feel like that's like one of my favorite words to say, that you do not need to see the entire staircase before you take the very first step. Taking the very first step is what will make you see the next stairs. Is what will make you to see the next one, the next one, the next one, on to the very final stage. But if you decide to just stay and you're wondering, where does this stairs lead to? Where does this stairs lead to? And you never take the very first step on that staircase, you would remain on the ground floor for as long as you can imagine. So now that you understand the difference between an idea and an action, let me take you a little further, which is what I call the roadmap. Because one of the reasons you will stay stuck for years, one of the reasons you will stay in the same position for years is because you think that you need to know the entire journey before you begin. See, if you sit with the most successful people, you would get to realize that they did not even know the entire journey before they take the first step. Let me say this to you. All you need to know is the very first step to take. All you need to know is the very first step in, let me say, in the right direction to take. That's all the information that you need. You learn on the move. As you move, you learn. Trust me. Even failure is a message that something was attempted. So when you do not move and say, oh, what if I just move and I fail? Trust me. What if you move and you succeed? What if you move and it turns out right? What if you move and you actually fail? There are lessons to learn. There are informations that you would gather that would make you move with a much more better strategy. But staying in one position, not doing what you ought to do because of questions like, what if no one gets to support me? What if no one appreciates what I do? What if I fail? And all the what ifs that you keep asking yourself, trust me, that will keep you in the same position forever. Forever. The roadmap. So if you've ever sat at the front seat of a car or you know how to drive, you would realize that going from one point to another at night with your headlight on, your headlights would not illuminate where you are down to your destination from where you are. No. It is as you move that the headlight begins to illuminate the road more and more. That's the same thing about turning an idea into an action. It is as you move, as you proceed, you get to learn more. As you proceed, you get to gather all the experience. As you proceed, you get to understand how things work. As you proceed, you get to know the strategies that work and the ones that do not. As you proceed, you get to understand the things that matters and the things that do not. So your roadmap for your ideas is literally breaking a large component of ideas into smaller executable actions. I hope you got that. Where you take a large component of ideas and you break them into smaller executable ideas. Just like I gave example, I want to become a coach, down to I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes for the next 10 days in doing this. Knowing that that step is what brings you closer to what you want to become. So I know that many of you have questions. Oh, I don't want to take the first step in the wrong direction. And sometimes some of you disguise your fear as researching. For instance, two women want to start a business. I want you to picture this scenario with me. Two women want to start a business. The first one decided to take 6 months to keep researching, to keep learning, finding business name, accumulating strategies and all of that. And then one person decided to research, learn, maybe like say for 1 month and decided to take a first step and started that business. At the end of 6 months, who do you think has more knowledge? I'm sure you have your answer, because it is in movement that you learn more things. It is in movement that you understand how things work. Sitting on YouTube, buying courses, and that's why some of you have so many courses you already bought. You've spent so much money and you can tell that there is not so much difference in your life. You can tell that, okay, yes, I bought it. Okay, I attended the webinar. Okay, yes, I attended the seminar. Okay, I've watched a ton of video about it on YouTube, but you cannot really tell the difference. That's it. Executing makes the difference. Taking the step makes the difference. The person who decided to learn for a little while and decided to launch out will definitely have more knowledge. Should have more knowledge on vendors management, on client management, on profit management, all of these things, while you are still deciding to, disguise your fear as I am learning, I am researching, I'm gaining more knowledge. So right now, I do not want this training to be just another information that you've gathered. I want us to build your own personal roadmap together. Yes, we're going to do that together. I hope you have your jotter by now. Yes. So now the very first thing I want you to do is write down that idea. You can bring back the idea from yesterday. Yes, write down that idea. Just make it simple. You don't have to make it impressive, or don't try to overcomplicate things. Write down that idea. Now, I want you to proceed to write the vision behind that idea. Because sometimes it is easy to give up on things if you do not have a vision behind it. Write the vision behind that idea. What exactly is the vision behind this thing? Because the vision would tell why it matters. If you want to start a business just because your friend is also in business, trust me, you're not going to last in that field. If you want to start content creation because you think it's your way of getting back to your ex, trust me, it's a matter of time. So I want you to proceed and write the vision behind that idea. Now, proceed. We are going to proceed together. I hope you are writing. I want you to write down what the project is. We are building your personal roadmap, like I said. What is the project? This is where many of you will experience your first breakthrough, because at this stage, what is an idea in your head will begin to feel tangible. Now, you are able to say, this is what I want to work on. For instance, if your idea is to become a coach, you know that at this point, your project is building a coaching brand. And you know that anything that has to do with branding, it is serious work. So now you have something tangible to hold on to. Can we proceed? Now, notice that something is happening. This dream that you think, oh, I want to become a coach, is so big, it's almost impossible. How are they doing it? How are they even doing it? Now, it's coming together gradually. Now, I want you to proceed and write the tasks that is required for that project. What are the tiny things that you need to focus on that will bring together this project? I want you to go ahead and write it. Go ahead. The major tasks, the tiny tasks, the things that you need to do to ensure that, okay, this is possible. Go ahead. Now, the last phase, it is the action phase, and this is where execution begins. So if you wrote a task and you focus on the big things that need to happen, if you focus on the tiny details, I want you to break them even into a smaller compound. Yes. What do you want to do in the next 24 hours? What do you want to do 30 minutes every day instead of spending 5 hours on YouTube? What do you want to do every 1 hour? What do you want to do every 20 minutes? So if you are coming from the stage of you want to write a book as an idea, by this time you get to that stage of tasks, you should probably be writing out your outlines, your manuscript by now. Yes, that is how it should look like. Now, I need you to realize how that I did not say that what are the things you want to do in the next 2 months? What are the things you want to do in the next... Your actions should be so small that you can complete almost immediately. Your action should be so small that, okay, the maximum is that you can complete an action within 24 hours. If it needs to take you months before you do it, it is not an action. It is not an action. If you were able to follow through with this personal roadmap, you would realize that, see, execution is not dramatic. It is not dramatic. It is, you just need to do what you need to do. And the problem is that many of you are too lazy. That's it. Many of you are too complacent. Many of you are too comfortable. Many of you are not striving so much as you have the capability to strive. It is not complicated. It is being able to move an idea to the stage of a vision, to a project, to a task, and to an action. It's that simple. That every time something pops up in your head, you sit down with it and you create this roadmap. That by the time you get to the stage of an action, you know what to do and you are doing it. Because it's another thing to know what to do and not do it. Trust me. No difference is going to happen in your life. No changes, no growth will occur if you refuse to do the things that you ought to do. So I know that by now, many of you would have been able to even draft out your own personal roadmap from this training. But still, what are you going to do? You would close that journal, you will close that jotter. In fact, some of you that probably are writing on your phone right now will even, because of storage, you will decide to delete it. And then at the end of the year, you feel like, oh, I've not achieved so much. The only difference between a dreamer and an executor, like I said, is taking the action. That action that is in between both people. One person decided that I am going to do what needs to be done. So as I bring today's session to a close, I want you to remember something. Yesterday, we focused on the idea. Today, we are focusing on the roadmap. Yesterday, we talked about why it matters that your idea lives, and today, I have tried to identify to you what to do with that idea. So this is your day 2 execution challenge, the audit. Within the next 24 hours, whatever it is that you've written now, whatever action you've written now, I want you to complete that action. Don't plan it. It is not the time to, I said again, within the next 24 hours. It is not the time to plan it. It is not the time to overthink it. It is not the time to, start discussing it, looking for how to release a trailer, looking for how to do all of that drama. Just complete an action that brings you closer to the task that is required for your project, that is sponsored by your vision and that was bettered by an idea within the next 24 hours. Now, once you've completed this action, I want you to go to the group, the execution sprint group, and share the evidence of the action. So for instance, if what you want to do is to write the outline of your book, share it. So whatever your action is, for instance, if your own action is to creating your YouTube channel, for instance, to creating your Instagram page, go ahead, do it and share the evidence. If your action was recording a video, go ahead and share it with the group as an evidence. Whatever it is, I don't care how small the action is, I want you to share the proof of it. What matters is that it is real. What matters is that it is the action that is needed to bring you closer to your idea. It is the action that is needed to bring you closer to the betting and bringing to the reality of that idea that has sat in your head for years. So it is not a competition. It is not you trying to prove a point to anybody. It's just, remember, in day 1, I spoke about how that your idea can die because of isolation. So this is you trying to put out a word there that, you know what, I'm doing this, I am going to do it, and I am going to see to the end of it. So I want you to ensure that you do it. I want you to do it. I want you to. I'm going to look out for every single one of you in carrying out your action within the next 24 hours. Now, as we prepare for tomorrow is the last day. I'm sure that you're super excited. But what I want you to be excited about is the fact that tomorrow we are going to be talking about systems. It is easy to know what kills your idea and, build a roadmap about bringing it to life. But trust me, you need a system to be able to keep through at whatever it is that you want to do. It's just a matter of time. It's very easy for you to move from 100 to 0 if you do not have systems guiding the things that you're doing. And so that you are building for sustainability, so that what you are building is not crashing within a week, within a month, in fact, within a year. You need systems, and that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. So don't try. Abort every mission to miss tomorrow. Trust me, because you need it. I know that you are pumped right now, that it looks like you've been able to figure out a way. It looks like you've been able to figure out the very first step that you need to take. But I need you to know that if the vision behind your idea matters to you so much, it should also matter to you that you see to the very end of the idea. It should also matter to you that the vision do not die at any point. So tomorrow we're going to be learning about systems, consistency, because some of you do not know how to be consistent with anything. So you might have even decided that you want to do something 30 minutes for the next 1 month, and you know that by the third day you are already drifting away from it. Tomorrow we are going to talk about how to stay consistent. We are going to talk about accountability. Bye. I'm going to see you in day 3 because I know that you do not want to miss it. See you in day 3, guys.